How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. This morning I had a pretty embarrassing mishap on this laminate floor I'm on. Give me 1 second. I'm having right there. Okay. So this morning I got here, and I wasn't hearing it yesterday when I left, maybe just a little bit, but this morning whenever I got here, I was walking around hearing all kinds of crackling and crunching and stuff on the laminate that I was installing. So I called the owner from the carpet store to come over. We are all the way from another town. We're about 45 minutes or so away. How's it going, Fit Floors? Thanks for joining, buddy. Everybody, thank you guys for joining. So we're all the way over from another town installing this new house of carpet. How's it going, y'all? Installing this house of laminate. You see right here, it's about a 1,600 foot job. We're about halfway through. And when I got here this morning, I heard crunching and crackling and stuff like that. Let me point down here at the floor. So you can see it's dusty and stuff. We've been cutting right outside this back door, and this is where we're coming all in and everything like that. So it's a wreck right here. Plus I just spilt some sawdust when I brought my saw through here. So it typically ain't that bad, but this is what it looks like. I want to get down really close right here. How's it going, Ricky? Thanks for joining, buddy. So I want to look right here. Now listen as I walk. I want to be really quiet and hear you guys walk. I don't know if y'all can hear that. So this morning I was having all kinds of crackling and sounds and stuff like that. How's it going, Danny? And we're actually using, let me get a new roll of pad, and I'll show you guys what we are using on this job. This is the pad that we're using for the laminate right here. I've used it a whole bunch, and this is the only issue that I've ever had out of this. And this right here is the laminate we're putting down. Let's see here, right here. It's a pretty nice laminate, nice and thick and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of crackling, crunching and everything like that going on. So I didn't even do nothing. When I got here this morning, I was like, oh my goodness, this is awful. So what I did, I called the guy from the carpet store, and he came over all the way from another town to come over and check this out before I continued work. So I didn't even get started till about 11 o'clock today, because I was waiting on him to come over and check it out and stuff like that. This morning when I got here, I was like right here. This is as far as I was this morning, that board right there. And today, it's only like 2:30. I only managed to get the rest of this kitchen done. I even got a couple boards right down there to finish up, but I only managed to get a few feet done. I mean, it's just been a bad day all the way around. I'm sure you guys have them days where it's just bad days. But anyway, I was from here and got this bit of the hallway done, started into this master bedroom just a little bit. So I didn't get a whole lot done today. Started off bad. I was drinking my coffee and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I hear you. Drinking my coffee, hyped up, ready to get here and start working, and I heard all this crunching, and that just kind of put a damper on things. And the owner of the store came over, and I want to show you something. First thing he did, he come in, took his shoes off. Look right here. So he came in the garage door right there, took his shoes off right here, just a few feet inside the door, and started walking across the floor. I heard absolutely nothing, okay? I want to show you guys this. I want to let you hear it again, me walking around. Can y'all hear that? I don't know if y'all can hear the crunching, hear all the crunching and crackling that's going on. I hope so. I hope you guys can hear that. Let's see if you can hear it in here. Okay, Danny said yeah, cool. All right, so a little bit, okay. Well, watch this. I'm gonna pop my shoes off right here. Now watch this. Absolutely nothing. That literally, watch this. I walk on in here where you guys heard it really loud. That really, really blew my mind. Look right here. that little bit of crackling that you heard there was probably my bones because my ankles were popping. But there's absolutely no noise whatsoever walking around in my sock feet. What I was hearing was simply the dust on the bottom of my shoes, which ain't hardly nothing at all. You can see a little bit of stuff right there. So you need to walk the house through. So yeah, I didn't get all what Danny said there, but if you're having an issue hearing stuff like that, by all means, take your shoes off and walk on the floor and see if you still hear the problem. If you do, then address it, because that was the first time I've ever heard that, and it blew my mind whenever he come over and pulled his shoes off and walked across the floor and didn't hear anything at all on the floor. So that was awesome. So you guys, if you hear that, like I said, definitely take your shoes off and try it and see if it works out or anything like that. 32 people here, two thumbs up. Can I get some likes real quick from you guys? And then I want to introduce someone real quick. What they say, where there is a bad spot, I will nail it. Yeah. Oh, on laminate, dang. I won't never nail laminate, any floating floor. I'll never nail any floating floor by all means. Anyway, I think you guys know my nephew right here. Hold on, right there. JC Luke has been helping me for a bit. You got the window behind you. I can't hardly see your face there. There you go. JC Luke's been helping me for a little bit since Isaac quit. He's been helping me full time. And if you guys have been watching my channel from the beginning, you'll know that I started out with a guy named Jerry. He was with me for a long time. Jared says, "Hello, Jesse." And this guy right here is the 16-year-old I was talking about. I don't know, 16-year-old full of energy. And I don't mind telling him, hey, go get this or go get that, because he's young. It don't matter to him to get up and down and stuff like that. So that's awesome to have a young guy on the job. And anyway, whenever I started out on YouTube, I had Jerry with me. So you guys probably noticed he was filming. And Ricky said, "What's up, Jesse?" And he was on the first about a year and a half, 2 years of the videos. He was in those videos. You've seen that we worked like a hand in glove because we was working together for so long. Jerry helped me maybe 7 years straight right there in Tucson, and then 3 or 4 years prior to that in Tennessee he helped me. So he was with me for a long time. 10 or 11 years Jerry's worked with me, and it was kind of nice because I actually taught him this, and he learned the ways that I like to do stuff, and that's how he learned how to do it. So it worked out real good having him with me. Benz, I did teach him. Well, look what the cat dragged back to Tennessee. Yeah, turn around this way for the microphone. Oops, sorry. So,
how's it going, fellow installers?
He is back to Tennessee. Came back. He was in Missouri with us. Not with us, but he was in Missouri for a while. And he's like, well, I want to move back to Tennessee. Put me back to work. I called him the next day. I was like, he didn't really ask, can you put me back to work? He's like, if you ever want me to come back, let me know. So the next day I called him. I was like, hey, you ready to put your 2 weeks notice in? Yep. So here he is. He's back with us. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a good year. You guys know I got lots of, say hello. So got a lot planned this year. And with this young man right here, doing a lot of running for us, and this pretty much veteran installer over here, right there, we are going to get a lot of stuff accomplished this year. Yet plenty of money to be made, and you guys know that we do a whole lot of solid floor here in Tennessee, so definitely going to be making some money this year. Aren't you glad it's not the underlayment now? Man, I sure am. I was freaking out. I done peeled the back off of it, peeled some of the foil back off of it. I even took this piece right here. I took that piece right there. Flooring said, welcome back, Jerry. Flooring. Yeah, I definitely dodged the bullet. I took this piece of pad right here, laid it on the floor where it wasn't even installed, took a brand new piece of laminate, laid on it, and just walked on it like this, where it wasn't even installed on the subfloor, and I was still like, dang, I can still hear it. So get the new lad some knee pads straight away, and he won't look back. Yep, I've got him wearing pro knees, so he don't like them. He hates that I make him wear them, but I said, hey, if you're going to work with me, you're going to wear knee pads. I said, I love you, that's why I want you to do it. But yeah, he likes it. Stuff that he's real good at. He likes to look at his work and feel good about it, so it's all good with him. He loves it. He loves that. Whenever he does something beautiful, to go back and look at it, so that's real good. And he don't mind taking orders by no means. He'll do. As soon as we got here this morning, I didn't have to tell him. As soon as he got here this morning, he wasn't here yesterday because he went to church, but as soon as he got here this morning, without even saying anything, first thing he did was come in and clean everything up and everything like that. Come in late. What was the problem with the floor? It was not even a problem with the floor. It was a problem with my shoes and everyone else's shoes. If you walk on the floor in your sock feet, you don't hear a single thing. So that was the whole issue. If you hear crunching, crinkling, and crackling and stuff like that in your floor, definitely pull your shoes off and walk on your sock feet across the floor and see if you still hear it, because all I was hearing was the dust between my shoes and the floor crunching and crackling and stuff. So that was a big scare. Cost me a lot of time this morning, about 3 hours of time this morning, waiting on the man to get here to make the decision what to do or what not to do. So cost me about half the day's worth of work sitting around waiting on the guy to get here to say, yeah, go ahead or stop or whatever. And it was a scare. I was hoping I wouldn't have to tear all this up. And again, it cost me about 3 hours worth of work. So by all means, you guys, check your shoes. No problem with the floor. Ruben had dust on his shoes. Yep, that's all it was. So you guys check your shoes, walk on the floor in your sock feet if you have any issues with crackling and popping and stuff like that, and see if you hear it. So I've been really, you guys notice on that other wood job I did where I picked it apart. Well, on this job right here, I did right here, look right here, right as soon as I started, boom, 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 boom. I noticed them as soon as I started, and I caught myself. I was like, all right, well, that's enough of that. Once I stood up and looked at it, that's enough of that. Look at these gaps right here. I have really had my eye on these end gaps right here, keeping them nice and staggered out really good. So this is going to be a really nice looking job when we get done with it. I don't like laminate, but I tell you what, they are making some pretty, staggers. They're making some pretty nice looking stuff now. I like the beveled edges darkened and stuff like that on the laminate. I hate laminate. I don't like it. It's garbage if you ask me, with how it swells up and everything like that, but they sure are making it pretty nowadays. It used to just look like a sheet of plywood on the floor, but now they make it all defined and stuff like that with the beveled edges, so it looks really nice. And I'm taking off early. I was aggravated working over there around the cabinets and stuff like that. Got a 3 hour late start this morning because of the floor issue. So I'm taking off early. I'm going to go home and get all you guys' stuff organized, situated, and just as soon as I get the chance, we will be putting your stuff in the mail, which will be real soon, day or so. Cash is good, everything like that. So all I got to do now is get your stuff to the FedEx and get stuff in the mail. The beloved edges are nice, but they catch some dust for sure. Yeah, I heard that. And I was sitting here thinking this morning, I was like, man, see how the edges are like, really, I'm going to buy those knee pads this year. They look great. Get the long ones, the one that goes all the way to your feet. Those are the best ones. Don't get the AP16s. Go ahead and spend the extra money and get the big ones, okay? You won't regret it. But you see how the joints, how's it going from Mr. Detroit? 55, need them badly. Yeah, I heard that, especially when you get stuck installing the cheap stuff. I will nail here and there. Did Jerry Work with you at Bobby Joe's? Yep, he sure did, Ricky. He was there almost the whole time I was in Tucson, except for the last year is when he was not there. But all these edges, see how the end joints, they're like darkened around them? My phone like blurred up. But if you look right there, I thought moisture or something was coming up through the floor because it kind of looks like the end joints are wet the way the dust is around them. So that had me wondering, is there a moisture problem? But turned out it was only the shoes on the floor. So anywho, we will catch you guys on the next one. Just wanted to let you guys know, do you not use a moisture meter? I did not. I absolutely did not. Somebody else asked me that earlier. As a matter of fact, it was Jerry. I said, no, I didn't. He said, didn't you just do a video on them? Yeah, I talk a lot like my cousin. Great to hear that. Yeah, so check your shoes, check the dust, all that stuff before you freak out like I did. Had a little issue, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Until next time, FBSB's out.